験開始。おもむろに右手をかざし、ゆっくりと動かし始めた神沢さん。
こんな遠くで交流始まってますよ。
気の交流。神沢さんによれば、右手から走った気で動物を包み込んで精神の交流を図っているんだそうです。これにより動物たちの緊張がほぐれリラックスするといいます。こうして気を送り始めて間もなく、
どうした？
一頭がしゃがみ込みました。すると不思議なことに鹿たちが次々としゃがみ込み始めたのです。
本当すごい、すごい落ち着いてる。
さらに
すごい。
天地融合交流やってみよう。見てて。
そりゃ。
天地融合交流。手から発する気を一旦地面に押し付け、地中と空中の気を融合させ気を増幅させる技なんだそうです。神沢さんはこの技で全ての鹿をしゃがませるといいます。
これぐーっと圧縮感が向こうへ行くんですよ。圧迫。
するとさらに一頭がしゃがみ込みました。しかもなんと通りかかったダチョウもしゃがみ込んでしまいました。そして気がつけば立っているのは一頭だけ。追い込みに入った神沢さんは
気投げやってみよう。
なんです。こちらが気を送る前、そしてこちらが気を送っている状態。明らかに赤い部分が増え体温が上昇していることが分かります。動物たちは体温が上がることにより血の巡りが良くなり、お風呂に入っているような状態で気持ち出してどんな寝姿を披露してくれるのか。でもこんなに元気に動き回って本当に寝てくれるのか、正直ちょっと心配です。ところが急に動きが止まりました。すかさず集中的に気を送り始めると、なんと目を閉じた。一気に眠気が襲ってきたのでしょうか。おお、やっぱり眠っていますよ。彼のちょっと変わった寝姿というのがこちら。長い足を放り出すようにひっくり返って寝ています。これは完全に寝入っている証なんです。でもなぜこんな体勢で寝るのでしょう。5分後。あらら、かなり眠そうですね。
マジで。
おっとっと、どうしたんだ僕。なんだか眠い。
そしてこのまま気を受けているうちにヨスエビトビネズミの体にある変化が起こりました。さてその変化とは一体何でしょうか。
Animals to domestication. But Japanese chi master Kinzawa Sensei has one of the bizarrest claims I've ever heard. He claims he can take control of any animal, all with the power of his mind.
I exchange energy with the animals, and then they go to sleep.
Does he have superhuman mind control? Let's find out. Martial artists have shown incredible strength by harnessing energy known as chi. But Kinzawa Sensei claims that there's another kind of chi that he uses to control animals.
Once, in the middle of the night when I was sleeping soundly, I suddenly felt a shock wave, a vibration all through my body, and I became aware of it.
I heard you had the ability to put animals in a trance. Is that true?
Yes, I can use my chi to make them fall asleep. I put my fingers together, and then there's an exchange of chi between the palm of my hand and the animal. The strength of the energy grows, and eventually the animal relaxes and goes to sleep.
Can you put any animal to sleep?
Every animal is different. But yes, I can make any animal go to sleep.
Many people have claimed to have powers over animals, but most have been some kind of setup. So for this demo, I've brought Kinzawa all the way from Japan, and I've picked the animals, a herd of alpacas. And this is feeding time, so they're at their most active. Ranch owner and alpaca expert Cecilia Seca has joined us to monitor the alpaca's behavior.
Do they pay attention to humans? Are they very interactive?
They are very curious animals, and they're very aware of what's going on around them.
And do you think they'll be responsive to a man trying to put them to sleep with chi?
Well, I guess we'll see.
It looks a little bit crazy, but he seems pretty serious. Weirdly, one by one, something seems to be happening.
Are they demonstrating odd behavior?
Well, they are unusually subdued right now.
A couple more have started going down.
It's uncommon to see them kind of go down like this one by one. There's only 2 adults standing now.
Kinzawa Sensei wants to move further away from the alpaca, as he believes his power is stronger from a distance.
They're starting to lay their heads down and everything. Really go to sleep.
Yeah.
So they're all down apart from one?
Yeah, they're all down apart from the alpha female. And to me, it would be pretty amazing if she lies down. She's yawning.
And the alpha female's job is to protect all the other ones while
Yes.
they rest.
Her job is to keep a lookout for any danger.
So it would go against their natural behavior for that one to lay down.
Yes, most definitely. They're all lying down except for that one. That's her job, and a lot of them have their necks completely down, resting on the ground. She's going. They're all down. Wow.
Good job.
That's amazing.
So they're all asleep right
All
now.
asleep right now.
So did you expect this to happen?
No, I did not.
This is not normal.
No, it's not normal, and it's not normal for her.
Well, something is definitely going on here.
Yeah.
That was absolutely amazing.
Cecilia seemed convinced, but I want to take him to the next level. To prove he's a superhuman, I want him to take on a herd of America's biggest mammal, the bison. Each one bigger and more deadly than a bear.
This is a little too close for comfort.
I've come to a Californian ranch with Kinzawa Sensei, who claims he can put any animal into a trance. I've called in farmer Frank Donato and veterinarian Dr. Lynn McEwen to put him to the test. Frank has a herd of the largest land mammals in the Western Hemisphere, the bison.
So Frank, how strong are these animals?
These animals are some of the most powerful animals in the world. The males weigh up to 2,500 pounds, which is over a ton.
Do they normally lay down?
Sitting down? No, that's not a typical behavior of a bison.
Would you be impressed if he could shake his hand and
And they lay down? Yeah.
do you think it's possible?
I'm skeptical, but let's see.
Are you going to have to use a different technique to put the bison to sleep compared to the alpacas?
I always use the same technique, whatever animal I'm putting in a trance.
Standing 6 feet tall, bison can reach 37 miles an hour. They're incredibly territorial, so just being in the field with them is a huge risk. Neither Frank or the doctor have ever seen bison sit down if there's a human in their pen. But Sensei claims he's about to use just mind power to put them all to sleep.
Got one goes down.
got someone. I mean, they're definitely relaxed, very relaxed. There goes one. What's interesting about this is that with all these people here right now, the camera, he's out there flinging his hands around like that. You'd think the animals would be a little etchy, and there we go. I think, yeah, there she goes.
One lap.
Well, it'll be interesting what he can do with that big bull right there. I wait and see the bull. If he drops the bull, then we'll know. This one's going down too, I feel it. Oh wait, there he goes. There it goes.
Dang, there it goes.
Have you ever seen them do this before?
No, and what's really interesting about this is that you might see this from time to time, but why at this particular moment would the animals all be laying down at one time while he's out there?
I mean, he had such an outlandish claim that he could wave his hand and make all the animals lay down, and he's done it twice, perfectly, right in front of me. They're laying down on command. It's just
Exactly.
too odd. You really can't grasp what's going on. In Yellowstone National Park, bison have killed or injured 4 times as many people as bears. So the experts are worried about Kinzawa's approach.
The animals, look at, they're not even afraid. They're not even timid of any kind. Do you know what he's trying to do? In fact, I'm getting a little leery here that he's getting. I mean, look at this. I've owned these animals for 15 years, but I've never been this close as he's been.
This is completely unusual behavior.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question.
They can smell him. They look very calm and relaxed right now, but if they got up, he'd never make it over the fence in time. Now this one's getting up.
This is a little too close for comfort. Doctor, is there any way to explain this in the realm of science?
Not in the medicine I know.
I don't. It's interesting. It's amazing.
I mean, there's no trick he could be doing. No. Sugoi! Sugoi! I can't believe that you made all of them lay down. Yet again. Thank you very much.
It does.
He didn't want his real name or address revealed, so we called him DJ for Dynamo Jack. He was only a healer, he said, but he did direct a powerful energy generated from his own body into his patients. Sometimes he used the needles, sometimes just his hands. He called the energy Chi, and it was so strong that he usually needed a grounder to hold his patient's feet.
It was nothing like any acupuncture I'd ever had. I was getting really powerful electric shocks and couldn't control my movements at all.
Yin yang, positive and negative, you know. And my positive from here and my negative from here. And we meet together, this can get like electricity.
And is this because you're special? You have a special sort of
It's meditation every day.
It's meditation that does it?
Meditation every day. Like you can touch me, like this. It's nothing, okay? It's my burn. It's just like this.
For our sound recordist, it was also a shocker. He then took our newspaper outside and showed us how Qi can also be used to set things on fire. When he heard we'd shown this footage in public, he was very upset and refused all our future efforts to contact him again. As the years passed, we sadly resigned ourselves to never seeing him again. My brother Lorne never did, so he'd called me back to film just enough of him to remind us that we all have undreamed of powers sleeping within us, and that there's nothing special about him except for his training in waking them. Projecting chi from the palm of the hand can also be used to resist rifle pellets, he says. First, you learn to distinguish between yin and yang qi in your body. Then how to pool it in your navel chakra. Then how to project it, he says. And it's the proportionate mixture between yin and yang which accounts for different effects, like pulling or pushing objects or igniting them. Then he gets really strange. He says that mastering yin qi is the key to the spirit world. There's a long tradition of Indonesian krisis being possessed by spirits. So people bring him their krisis to see if they're duds. Here, he says, he doesn't manipulate matter by projecting mixtures of yin and yang qi. He merely creates a field of yin energy, in which, he says, if there's a spirit, it can manifest itself. Roger doesn't know what to expect. Out comes the metal detector, like the things they use in airports, to see if he has any concealed metal in his body. Then the voltmeter, to try and measure the chi. But how to get it to work? Where's the ground? What settings? DJ suggests that as his negative is his perineum, and his positive, DJ says it isn't electricity, it's chi.
It's 1, 2, up, I feel it in my whole body. I feel it at 3, 0.3, I feel it in my legs. Shit.
But suspecting there's some tricky setup on his premises they can't find, they insist we all go to a randomly chosen hotel room several miles away to see if he can light a light bulb with his fingers. It doesn't ground on the wall. So Greg holds and grounds one wire, while DJ pumps chi through the other. The bulbs are LEDs, light-emitting diodes, which ignite in different colors according to the intensity of current.
Yes. On, off, on. Brilliant. Oh, you're blinking.
Things were going well. DJ was enjoying it too, until he invited us all out to lunch at his local, where he tried to push a chopstick through the table. He couldn't get it through the formica surface, so he came up through an inch of wood from underneath.
Yes.
Not only did he draw his own blood, but a chopstick splinter had caught Alison here between the eyes, drawing more. The incident was laughed off apologetically, but next morning he was a different man, drawn and upset. He said he'd been visited all night by his long-dead master, raging that he'd broken the strict taboos of his sect, never to show off in public and never to cause harm or draw blood. He felt deeply chastised. All further testing and filming must end.